Good morning, year two. We are going to be moving on to doing some fractions now in our next piece of maths work. We did a great job of the symmetry work. So we're going to be working out a half and working out a quarter of a number. And we're going to be using something which we have done a little bit of in school called bar models, which I'll explain just now. So this diagram here, I've decided to use the number 24. So in my mind, I'm thinking it could be 24 pounds, it could be 24 apples, it could be 24 cakes. It doesn't really matter what it's got 24 of. When I work out a half of something, what I do in my head is I think to myself, right, what I'm actually doing is I'm splitting this into two pieces. It's a bit like with your shapes yesterday when you were breaking it into two. And I know, let's say it's going to be 24, let's go for hours because there's 24 hours in a day. So I know that half of the day is going to be 12 there and 12 there. I worked that out by doing half of 20 is 10 and half of 4 is 2. So that is a half. So half of 24 is 12. Then, if I want to work out a quarter of 24, I know that a quarter is half of a half. So if I run that down there and I break these two into two, so I've now got 4 bits. So these bits were a half each. These are a quarter each. So now I need to half 12 when I know I play lots of games of Monopoly with my little girl. And we know that when you roll 12 places, it's because you've gone a 6 and a 6. So these are all worth 6. And I can just check that I've definitely got it right by doing 6, 12, 18, 24. Brilliant. So that means that half of 24 was 12 and a quarter of 24 was 6. And I can use the same method now on a different number, but I'm going to show you how to also do 3 quarters because that did pop up in one of the assertive mentoring questions. So same trick, split that in half. Half of 80 I know is 40, half of 8 is 4, all the 4s, 44. And then again, that same little trick, half it, and then you do half of a half. And this time, to stick with the bingo theme, if I do half of 40, it's 20, half of 4 is 2, 2 little ducks. So a quarter of 88 is 22. Now there was a question, so I could do half of 88 is 44, half of a quarter of 88 is 22. Now there was a question on the assertive mentoring last week that asked about 3 quarters. So let's say I've got 88 pencils, for example. So I say I've got 88 pencils and I'm going to break them into quarters. So these are Liam's pencils, these are George's, these are Leo's, and these are Daisy's. So each child's getting 22. So if I wanted to know what 3 quarters was, then I would say I'm going to include these ones, and these ones, but I'm not going to include Daisy's. So because I know 1 quarter of 88 is 22, 3 quarters just means 3 lots of that, 3 quarters of 88. So if I said, right, I need 3 quarters of the pencils, please. So I'm going to have 22, 44, 66. And that's how you work out 3 quarters as well. But we'll get round to 3 quarters as time goes on. For the moment, let's just get really, really good at doing a quarter and a half. Or should I say a half and a quarter. Do a half first and it's a lot easier. So that's how to do today's maths work. Hope you find that useful. Have a great day, year 2.